The other day I sent my girlfriend a huge pile of snow. I called her up and said, "Did you get my drift?"
That's Punny! What's the purpose of reindeer? It makes the grass grow, sweetie.
That's Punny!
Did you hear about the optometrist who fell into a lens grinder and made a spectacle of himself?
That's Punny!
Doctors tell us there are 7 million people overweight in the world. Of course, those are round figures.
That's Punny! There were two ships. One had red paint and one had blue paint. They collided. At last report, they were marooned.
That's Punny! Where do you find giant snails? On the end of giant fingers.
That's Punny! Why is Saudi Arabia free of mental illness? There are no mad people there.
That's Punny! This afternoon I was in the grocery store and I saw a man and a woman wrapped in a barcode. I asked, "Are you an item?"
That's Punny! I went to the butcher's the other day and I bet him $50 that he couldn't reach the meat on the top shelf. He said, "No, the steaks are too high."
That's Punny! Question: how did Christopher Columbus finance his trip to the Americas? Answer: he used his Discover card.
That's Punny! I fired my masseuse today. She just rubbed me the wrong way.
That's Punny! A guy walked into the psychiatrist's office wearing only glad-wrapped shorts. The psychiatrist said, "I can clearly see your nuts."
That's Punny! Show me where Stalin's buried and I'll show you a communist plot.
That's Punny! When she told me I was average, she was just being mean. Don't you get it? Math. Mean. Mean means average.
That's Punny! A guy walks into a bar with jumper cables. The bartender says, "You can come in, but don't start anything."
That's Punny! A duck walks into a bar and orders a beer. The bartender says, $4. Put it on my bill, he says.
That's Punny! A man walks into a bar with a slab of asphalt and says, "A beer please, and one for the road."
That's Punny! Horse walks into a bar and the bartender says, "Why the long face?"
That's Punny! A termite walks into a bar and says, "Is the bartender here? You know, tender, like wood?"
That's Punny! 4 fonts walk into a bar and the barman says, "Oi, we don't want your type in here."
That's Punny! I get enough exercise just by pushing my luck.
That's Punny! My first job was working in an orange juice factory, but I got canned because I couldn't concentrate.
That's Punny! Then I worked in the woods as a lumberjack, but I just couldn't hack it, so they gave me the axe.
That's Punny! My last job was working at Starbucks, but I had to quit because it was always the same old grind.
That's Punny! After many years of trying to find steady work, I finally got a job as a historian, until I realized there was no future in it.
That's Punny!
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 Punny! Punny! Punny! Punny!